That's in the future, and today is today. And what's happening? Well, this being where I am in South Africa, nothing. But what is happening in the world? Well, if anybody watches the markets, or heaven help you, has investments, you'll know that the stock market is falling quite precipitously. Now, having vacated the stock market in January, I actually enjoy this because I'll be able to buy back in at a much lower price. I've got a long list of what I want to buy, and every morning I take a look and I see everything has gotten cheaper. So hopefully one day, soon or not soon, doesn't matter, I'll be getting back in, but not today. I see the DXY is popped over 104 for a short time, I think yesterday, but it's now a little bit below 104, 103.8 the last time I looked, and that's not conducive to high stock market prices. There's a whole complicated chain of cause and effects there, through the strong dollar and the Federal Reserve's interest rates. Of course, they raised it 50 basis points in the last meeting a few days back, and intend to do that another twice or maybe 3 times, I'm not sure. But they need to get cracking and pull up those US interest rates, because they know that inflation is not going away and they better do something about it soon. So in fact, they should be hitting they're not even at 1% yet. They should be at 5% if they're actually serious about inflation, which, yeah, really, governments are not. Governments in debt are not serious about fighting inflation, because inflation is their friend. But of course they got to pretend, because their population is suffering under higher prices, and life is very difficult, especially for the poor people, because of the price of fuel and the price of food and all these things that people like to have, you know. And usually what governments do in situations like this, say, oh, it's the greedy fuel companies, oil companies, that are pushing up the prices. But that is like the very end of a chain of cause and effect, which the oil companies, the food companies, have got no control over whatsoever. And really it all rolls back to the US Federal Reserve dropping interest rates to 0 and basically dishing out helicopter money during the pandemic, and that unfortunately has a consequence, and that consequence is the inflation which the whole world is seeing today. Now, in the United States, and you got your stimmy checks, and you got this and you got that, you shouldn't really have a problem, because you obviously took that money and stashed it away safely for a rainy day, didn't you? Because, my friends, it's raining today. Well, not here, it isn't, but the rain is coming. So don't believe when a government department says they're here to help. Don't believe them, because whatever they give you, you're going to pay back in spades. And this doing the full circle now, and surprisingly right now in South Africa the inflation rate I think is about 6, maybe 5.8 or something percent. It is somewhat lower, about 2% lower than the United States inflation rate. I don't know if that has happened for the last 40 years, but one thing about here which doesn't exist in the United States is you can still get, albeit not high, but a reasonable interest return on bank deposits. United States, you still can't get anything, and until that becomes a reality in the States, that you can get a reasonable return on your bank deposits, nobody's going to save anything. So we're got interesting times ahead, and let's see how it all pans out. But anyway, what is an advantage at the moment is that I'm getting quite a lot of Thai baht for my dollars, because the dollar is of course running rampant, and so I should have a good holiday coming up. I've already started buying some things in Thailand, some spectacles, new glasses, but that, you see, I wanted a particular brand of frame, and it's not commonly available in the actual optometrist shops around town in Krungtep. So I got in touch with one of them, and I said to the lady, her name is Lux, I said to her, I want this brand of frame. And I saw it, well actually I saw it on AliExpress, but I know that in Thailand the online shop is called Lazada, and so I said to her, I saw it on Lazada, which I did also find it there. If any chance that she can buy it for me and I will pay her, and lo and behold she said yes. So I said, well look, I'll deposit the money into your account and you can go ahead and buy it. So now I've just reloaded my Line app, which is basically the WhatsApp of Southeast Asia, and got in touch with her, and she said she's ordered it and she's got her money. Now some might say that's a little bit risky, sending money to a person you've never met and just hoping everything pans out. Well, it depends. Fact is, I've always had a lot of confidence in the people of Thailand. They are just trustworthy people, and especially in a business environment. So I don't really lose any sleep over it. I'm pretty sure that things are going to pan out, and so I look forward to getting my new glasses. They, of course, a shop called V Siam Optical, where I've seen a lot of good reviews on, will make the lenses for me, but the frames, the good Thai lady Lux will buy it from Lazada, and hopefully that will come together. That's my first purchase there. Of course, it's all based on spending less than what I would spend for the same item here at home, and it may, well, it probably will pan out, because like I said, have full confidence. So I've got my accommodation, I've started getting my glasses, I've got some Thai baht, but not much. I'll have to see, this is also a problem where banks are robbing their clients in fees, so it's a little bit tricky getting. I've got credit cards, of course, and debit cards and all that sort of thing that work on ATMs, but the average ATM cash withdrawal, which is very simple, very easy, anywhere you go, will cost, I would say, for a 10,000 baht, which is about 5,000 rands, 10,000 withdrawal will cost you about 500 rands of that amount, about 1/20th. It's about 5%. It just doesn't, I don't like that, and so I'm trying to find a better way of doing it, but there are always trade-offs in looking for better ways of transferring your money. Now, I did have a bank account in Thailand, but unfortunately during the COVID times I fell asleep, and while I was sleeping bank charges were ticking away at my Thai bank account, and the balance was fairly low since my last trip there, and eventually it ran out of cash and the bank account was closed, which yeah, it's I really scored an own goal there, because if I had the bank account there, it would be quite simple to transfer money from my investment account, where they have a very cheap fee for transferring funds, 0.5%, into my Thai bank account, and there I would have, instead of paying 5%, I would only be paying 0.5% for cash transfers. But anyway, it will also be a little bit difficult to get a new bank account in Thailand, because when I got the first one, I had a visa, a 3-month visa, and hello boy. No, this is one of my friendly neighbor dogs here. Yeah, but unfortunately, yeah, say I had a 3-month visa and it was easier under those circumstances. Now I'm going, and I've just got the standard 30-day visa.